Now, another busy day in Anderson County in the courtroom as testimony continued in Townville school shooter Jesse Osborne's sentencing hearing. All week long, witnesses have testified, helping the judge determine how much time Osborne will spend in prison for shooting and killing his father and a 6-year-old named Jacob Hall in 2016. Remember, he pled guilty to those charges last year, and the last witnesses took the stand today. 7 News reporter Nicole Ford standing by live outside the courthouse. Nicole, do we have a decision yet?
Gordon, we do. The judge actually just sentenced Jesse Osborne to life in prison without parole for both those murders, plus 30 years for the attempted murder charges. If you take a look, you can see the family filing out of the courtroom right now. It was a very emotional day as each of them stood up in front of the judge, told them how they felt, how this day had impacted them. As you can see, tears still flowing down some people's faces. We want you to hear from one of those witness statements. It was from a grandmother of one of the children who was actually on the playground that day. It was his birthday. Take a listen.
In his mind, he thought he was shot as well, even though it wasn't actually shot. He knows on that day and date, a lot of lives forever changed. He thinks if that date wasn't his birthday, maybe none of this would have happened.
Now, some of those witness statements actually impacted the judge. He said after hearing from several of those people, as well as the doctors, he said that he did take into consideration some things, but because of the evidence that was presented from the state side, he says that he could clearly see that this was pre-planned. He said that maybe if Jesse Osborne had stopped with his father's death, this may be a different situation today, but because he went to the school, that was why he made this decision for life in prison without parole. Gordon?
Oh, before we let you get back to talking to some of the people involved in this case, that life in prison without parole plus 30 years, is that the maximum he could have gotten here? And does that include any additional sentencing because they revealed he may have tried to escape from jail in the past few months?
Well, Gordon, laying out those charges, actually the maximum would have been 2 sentences of life in prison without parole plus 90 years because it was 30 for each of those attempted murder charges. We're told that it would be about 5 to 8 extra years for that attempted escape from prison, but the judge did not speak on that when he made his verdict.
It's major breaking news just happening now in Anderson County, and our Nicole Ford's been there from the very start. Nicole, thank you for that. If you go to WSPA.com, you can watch our complete coverage of the events from the Townville shooting and all of the coverage of the sentencing hearing this week.